Okay, so I am playing right now with the hinge. I just got it set up where I like it. The click might be a little hot, but this is the Trufire Sear from Trufire. So I'm just been playing with it. I haven't shot much. We've been setting up her bow, so I haven't really got a chance to play much. So now I'm a little bit low with that one, but I'm in the wheelhouse today. So gosh dang, these flies are biting the crap out of me.
How do you like it?
I do. It's so this one, I've got several hinges. So this Sear, if you can see, the head sits a little bit more forward. So when you're on your string, in order for it to not go off, you've got to tilt your hand a little bit more, which is why the thumb peg is important. And it's got 3 different thumb peg positions. So with the positions, you can get it right. I like it farthest back, so my thumb sits back here. And as I come off, I can come off of my release. I can come off my release and just hang out here like this, relaxed. If you're up here tense and your hand's down, there's too much tension in your hand. You want a fully relaxed hand. You don't want anything to sit you don't want it too deep in your thumb beds, because your hand will be like this and it's out here too far, you can't get the movement. You want it right in the middle where your hand makes a nice flat surface for it to ride on the side of your face where your anchor point is. If you're crunched up, you got tension. If your pinky's out here, your thumb's out here, as you're rotating it, you got too much tension. So what you need to do is set the release colder, and then relax your hand, squeeze with your back, and pull and push. And as that release actually rotates through, it'll fire that mechanism out. So I set mine quite a bit colder at first, and then I start to make my body work, and it's so surprising at what you find when you move over to a thumb button that's got a harder tension on it, or a release that's got light tension. You'll make it go off incredibly fast. So if you start working with a cold release and you shoot a lot and focus on pushing and pulling and just relaxing, you can actually find that you're not quite as jumpy or target panicky as you think, because you're making the release go off a lot more because you're having to work harder at it. So that's what I like mine colder at first, but then when I end up, they're pretty hot, because like Joel Burham, he uses one for whitetail hunting, you know, like Levi Morgan. I mean, that's pretty much all he uses for whitetail hunting. And you'll see them guys, as soon as you anchor, it'll go click, and that click is just saying, okay, you're in your shot process, everything's right. You just need to keep pushing and pulling, and as you push and pull, that shot breaks, and you don't have any control over that shot other than just keeping the pin on target and pushing and pulling. So as I try to keep these biting flies off of me, we'll go through it again. So if you'll watch, as you come around here on the side, as you'll watch, I've got to keep my hand tilted forward a little bit more. Okay, and you'll hear the click. There's a click, and the shot breaks. So as the shot breaks, you don't know when it's coming, which is the nice part. But once you get to shooting these, you'll have a timing, and mine's usually 2 to 3 seconds on my shot. Once my click starts, I'll fire 2 or 3 seconds after that. I know if I'm not firing that much after that, my shot is either breaking down, I'm not pulling hard enough, or I'm getting too weak in my back shoulder. I'm not pulling where I need to, which is pretty much the same thing. So these are all about back tension and pulling. Now, it's not where, like a true back tension is set off pressure. So you have a poundage meter that you can set for your holding weight. So it's a couple pounds over that. As soon as you get to that weight, the shot fires. These are built off rotation. So if you watch slow, you'll watch, there's a click, if you can hear that, and as I pull, it fires. So it's got to rotate through the process in order to fire. So a true back tension is just pressure and poundage on the release, and there's no rotation, you just keep pulling until it fires. These have rotation in it. Now you can take, and I'll grab her thumb button here, you can take and use a thumb button exactly like a hinge. So you will take and set this on there, And as you get your thumb on there, right in this deep groove right here, you can push and pull, and as you rotate, it fires. So what you're doing is you're actually taking the release and you're dragging your thumb across it as you rotate, and it breaks. It's the same movement, and if you shoot it that way, your hinge and your button will typically shoot in the same hole. When you're shooting dead on with a button and your hinge shots are breaking to the right, what happens with that is, as you pull through your hinge, you're dragging that bow across your body and to the right. And sorry, we got a lot of traffic on the highway. So as you pull, you're dragging that bow a little bit, and it's just as that bow breaks, you're moving that far over. So it's just enough to get your groups to line up one way or the other, depending on a hinge and a button. So if you get to where you shoot both of them the same way, you'll stack them in the same hole. You don't have to worry about anything left and right adjustments. You just shoot.